The topics we discuss are many.
No story too bold to talk about.
Strictly our own opinions.
But they are opinions from people like you.
Welcome to the NAKE'd podcast.
Hey guys, look what I have. It's a little unicorn pooper. Hey. Hey, it's Keelan.
I mean, how do you top that? It's NJ.
I'm still going last, right? I'm your DM Tech Alan.
Oh.
Alan's not going last today. It's me, Ethan. Hey,
Yes.
everybody. So, I think it's going to be about 4 sticks of dynamite, and we'll take care of our problem.
Okay. So, to give a quick recap for Snickers and hi, 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 5, 4. Someone decided to chop down Crazy's rubber tree farm, and he's only seeing red. So just imagine the green, but instead of green, it's red.
Just imagine taking like 4 things of TNT and putting it under somebody's base, and problem solved.
Fair warning.
His base is gone.
Don't you fucking dare.
We all know it's
Tomorrow, the Minecraft server has been deleted.
I'm getting backups, okay? I worked really hard to get where we're at, where we're this close. Anyway, I'm sorry. I'm derailing the conversation.
Boom.
So Crazy, do you want to get us started on your first topic?
Yeah, I started eating ice at the wrong time. My bad, everybody. So, to start off the show, I just wanted to update everybody on, I guess, and talk a little bit about what's going on. So, the 6th has been a big day that we are all been waiting on.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I just looked at the thing and I'm like, hey, my whole face is blocked by the official millennials. But so the 6th is coming
Gotta hang in
up,
the center.
and we got the big, they're going to count the votes, right? The Senate's going to count the votes. It's all we've heard, blah, 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 which there's been a whole mess of conspiracies and a whole big plot of which side is going to try to sneak one over the other side.
Mm-hmm.
But right now, there's a coalition led by Ted Cruz to they pretty much want to audit the vote this year, which I think everyone can agree that it probably needs to happen this year. We more or less implemented a new system, and I think it would be beneficial to at least find the faults in the system so we know for next time. But some people are upset about it. So.
I mean, I can understand why people are upset when the current acting president is talking to Georgia officials about throwing in a couple 100,000 votes for him.
Haha, I knew you were going to bring that up.
Yeah, of course I am.
Are you talking about the 4-minute segment or the whole call?
The 4-minute segment.
Okay.
It just even if it's it could be out of context, it still looks really fucking bad to the rest of the world.
What looks bad? Like, what is the issue? They're talking about an election, like literally him saying, hey, if I had this many more votes, I'd win. We need to find those votes. It's like, I guess you can turn that to be bad, but it's nothing different than what he's been saying the whole time. Like,
yeah,
his attitude to the situation hasn't changed.
Mm-hmm.
But also, Georgia was one of the states that, like, they sent an audit and they asked to see the machines, and the state just said, nah, we're good. Y'all don't need to see them. So it's like, at this point, why is everybody so afraid to audit this election? Like, really, what is the issue?
That's a good point.
You know what? I think in terms of like looking into it a little bit further, it's not like this is unprecedented. Like it was challenged in 2016. It goes back as early as 2005 on either side of the party line. So like to me, it's just like if there needs to be an audit, do an audit. I mean, the best case scenario is like, nope, everything's fine. Worst case
Yeah.
scenario is there was actual fraud. And
Well, there is
my
fraud.
personal
There's
belief,
always fraud, but is it fraud
is
enough to
that
change?
if is like a lot gets misconstrued too of like, well, you need to find me these votes. Like that terminology could be dangerous, and it's also
Mm-hmm.
dangerous when the media also misconstrues it. So, it's just like a fucking hot mess express up in her.
Yeah.
That's kind of like my hot take.
Yeah.
America, home of the Hot Mess Express.
So, talking about precedent, the process
Choo-choo.
that they want to go or pursue between the 6th and the 20th actually dates back to 1875.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like everything's pulling out their ass and going crazy. It's, there's actually law precedent in validity to what they want. And at this point, it's like, what are they going to do when there's a standing army in DC? You know what I mean? Like, if the rumors are true and, like you have Alex Jones there saying, we're going to have 10 million people, even if, 100,000 people show up
Mm-hmm.
to DC, that's kind of a scary thing there.
What are you talking about?
So the mega protest that's happening on the 6th in DC. So there's, Trump supporters from all around the country have been calling in people, and pretty much like if you go look at plane tickets are sold out from major cities to DC. DC has implemented a gun ban 100%. No guns are allowed in DC for the next like 15 days or something.
Wasn't
Like
the
shit's getting really scary there.
leader of the Proud Boys actually arrested in DC?
No, he wasn't. Enrico Tario, I think his name is. No, he hasn't been arrested.
Yeah.
Now he was probably there, but him personally, I haven't heard anything about him getting arrested. Yeah, because he's a big old Cuban guy.
No. He was arrested an hour ago for burning a Black Lives Matter banner that he stole from a church.
Well, don't steal.
I mean, yeah. Don't be a dumbass. Don't steal. And like, granted,
But-
like
Burning of the banner, you can't say anything because they've done that to other people's stuff. So,
mhm.
But don't steal their shit. You're no better than them if you steal their shit.
Like, buy your own banner and burn it. Don't destroy somebody else's property. That's what I gotta say about that.
So
what can? Oh, go ahead, Keelan.
no. It's like, so what is going to happen?
So right now, they're going to come together on the 6th, start counting the votes. Mike Pence counts the votes as president of the Senate. So Ted Cruz and 11 other senators have said that they are going to object to the counting. Also, I believe there's over 140 representatives in the House who also said they're going to object. So then it just moves on to the next legal process of what to do. Like, what do we do? How are we going to count the votes now? What votes are valid? And one of the big things everybody is worried about is that in the past, it happened to Richard Nixon when he was vice president. Vice president kind of decides what votes to count. Well, what Richard Nixon did was he actually threw out the Republican votes because they already won the election. It didn't matter. So if they did that to Biden, there's a question that it might knock him down in his vote totals.
Oh, that scared me. Vader the Gamer 501 ST has followed. Yeah, I know I said that wrong.
So
500
then
first.
also if if they
Is that
can't
Vader the
decide what to
Gamer?
do, yeah, if they can't decide what to do, we always go back to the House votes, which right now the Republicans would win that.
Mhm.
So what are they objecting? Like they're
To the
objecting the
vote.
count, but
Yeah, the certification of the votes. So there's some states like Georgia. Well, they sent two sets of votes. One from the legislative branch of the government in Georgia, and one from the governor's office. Well, the governor's votes are signed for Biden.
Mhm.
The legislation sent the votes for Trump. Well, in the Constitution, it says that the legislative branch shall verify the votes, not the governor. So just like there's a lot of like loopholes and what ifs are going on at the moment.
Mm.
Interesting next couple of days.
America,
Yeah, I'm
the
just
Hard Mess
really
Express.
Yeah, I'm just really like curious to see if there's going to be a big protest or not.
Well, didn't I hear something about like a protest rally for July 4th?
I don't
July
know. The
4th.
only one that I've been hearing about right now is the one on the 6th. But since DC started like going against him, uh, people are saying they're going to move it up to the 5th. So, because people want to have their guns on them, and DC's trying to ban all guns, which, if I read the Second Amendment correctly, it says shall not be infringed. So, I don't think you can totally ban everything. I think that's wrong.
I think they're just
Because if you're
trying to
gonna,
be. Go ahead.
I say if you're gonna ban guns on one side, you have to ban guns on all sides.
Right? Like Secret Service has to give up their guns too, or what?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Secret Service, the Popo, all of it.
That's the biggest thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. What do you guys think in chat? Vader? Yes, this is about the presidency count.
We have the COVID-19 antibody title on.
Do we? Ah, I don't know how that happened. I'm sorry, guys.
I have failed y'all.
I have failed, y'all. There we go. I fixed that.
See,
Jeez Louise,
Uh,
Vader.
Vader, I got a question for you. How big is y'all's population? Like how many people in total of your country? That's curious. Can we just take over? So let's say the United States, right?
Mhm.
We just go over there, we take over the whole EU, and then we just set up little experiments in each pocket, and we'll see which works the best, and then we'll implement that worldwide. We'll just go crazy, supervillain with everything.
See, in a perfect world, that would work.
American mentality. No, what an American mentality kicks in the door. Guess what, bitches? We're here now.
Freedom.
Howdy!
No. Doing experiments on other people, that's a German mentality. Thank you, Ethan.
Ew.
Wow.
66.7 million, says Vader.
I'm
Y'all
curious
got
how
all
many
that on that
you're
little
in.
Wow,
island?
Keelan.
Right?
America!
Yeah,
fuck
America,
yeah.
fuck yeah. That's a very real mentality here in America,
It
honestly.
is.
Like,
Oh my god. Just if you go to the store here, you'll see the fucking mentality. So I think the biggest thing that I've noticed is just how selfish everybody is. Like, I always thought that, people are down, like, pretty much good down in, but nah, the majority of society nowadays is just selfish.
Mm-hmm.
The individual is smart.
well, I'm gonna pause
And
you really.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
The individual is smart, but what else?
if you have a mass group of people, they're stupid, they're sheep, and they panic really easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
So we were
I got a
watching
plan to get the
Superstore,
around me.
and there was an episode that we just watched was with Dina showing Glenn that people are inherently monsters. And basically was like, you just come and tell us what you did wrong and you get full amnesty for what you did. And it was really funny. And it reminded me what you said, Ethan. You're like, I like to think people are inherently good, but people are so fucking stupid. Even here in San Antonio over the new year, there was illegal street racing going on with fireworks, which, by the way, is against city ordinance. I mean, San Antonio doesn't give a fuck. Every New Year, it's always popping.
Mm-hmm.
This guy, he was holding a firework. He lit it, and he literally blew his fucking hand off. Like, it was just like
those people
reflex.
live in our neighborhood.
Oh God.
They one of the guys one of the guys I work with, he lives like a couple streets over, and he said, he knows the family. Like they live like a street over from him.
Oh my God. We saw a video of it. It looked fucking bad. I didn't expect for his hand to go off. Like he's holding it and it's got a short fuse, so his buddy comes and lights it. Next thing we know, there's a bright light. And then the next thing I see is one finger, maybe a thumb, and blood everywhere.
I'm glad I did not watch that video.
It's definitely not safe for life.
First thing in this morning, somebody sent it to us, and I was like, "Oh my God, that's exactly what I needed to start off my Mondays, to see somebody blow up their fucking hand."
I mean, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Yeah, no, Vader, I wish we had free medical, but it doesn't really work with, 300 million people. It's a little difficult.
And you could even localize that. Have the states or the different counties to move their tax dollars towards medical, so that, I don't know,
we
little
do. We
boy
have
who
free
broke his arm
clinics.
can at least get it cast.
Well, we have free clinics, but also it comes down to medical professionals. How many doctors do you have? Are you gonna put a gun to a doctor's head and said treat people?
Yeah.
Like what we really need to do is free up and let nurses do more. Like a nurse can't give a shot, right? So a flu shot, you have to have a doctor present. It's like, come on, really? Just let a nurse jab a needle in an arm and go. It's not that hard.
I mean, if a National Guard, doctors can't give the right needle shot, then I don't know what we're going to do in general.
Wait, what?
So
back up.
Now we can change the
Put her in reverse, Terry.
So over in West Virginia, the West Virginia National Guard came out, and they were going to give out the Moderna vaccine.
Moderna.
Moderna.
Yeah.
Oh, Moderna. Moderna vaccine for COVID-19. So they gave it to about 42 people. So not a big group, but still, a bunch, a nice cluster. And it turns out they didn't actually give the vaccine. They ended up giving the COVID-19 antibody treatment. So that's a fun little fuck up.
Well, shit.
Well, I mean, at least they're treated now.
Yeah. It's said to be expected that they won't see any, they won't get COVID from getting just the treatment from it. But they're not completely protected from it.
Yeah, no, that's just like antiviral medication they took on accident. So if they got any viral diseases they need to worry about, hopefully they don't have malaria or anything now. Yellow fever. I believe it's a malaria drug, right?
I think so.
Yeah. They based it off of a malaria drug. going from there.
So knowing that, would you like say? So I've been thinking about this, right? They keep saying let's bring our troops home. Well, if we bring the troops home, what are the troops going to do, right? They got to have a job, just something to do. And like back after World War II, they came and they built the highways, and the Army Corps of Engineers built a lot of stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like now, do they need to come back and set up like hospitals and have army hospitals that we can just go to?
That'd be a good idea.
But if they can't give them the right shot, do you trust it?
Good point, little soy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just it's like I don't really want to get this vaccine right now anyway, just because it is a brand new drug. And the majority of vaccines that we receive in our first 5 years of life, these vaccines have been proven, tested, they've been around for 50 plus years.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just pulling that. I don't know that. So if I'm wrong somewhere, correct me. But this is a brand new vaccine. We don't know what life or like what could happen in 10 years taking it. Even though it is FDA approved, it's safe. We might be seeing those commercials of, did you receive the COVID vaccine in 2021? If so, you may be entitled to compensation.
I was just thinking about that. Mesothelioma.
Right. No, but for real, it's like that's all I've heard. That's all I can think about is ever since I've seen this vaccine come out. It's like, what's going to be the repercussions?
Little Soy says, I personally have a hard time trusting the vaccine. Not politically related, but it's a new type of vaccine produced in an incredibly short amount of time. And you know what? I agree. The last time a vaccine was made, it took 8 to 10 years to create, and it was...
I believe the record is 8 years from start to finish.
Yeah. I don't remember which vaccine, what the vaccine was for. I know it wasn't swine flu, because, I mean, that came and went, and we're still here, right?
So, yeah, no. So this is an RNA vaccine, which it's a fake kind of thing, or how do you explain it? So it's a fake little cell, right? And it teaches your body to ignore the spike proteins that COVID has on it that clings to you. So a couple of viruses like AIDS has spike proteins, swine flu, SARS, COVID, they all have spike proteins. So they're kind of like experimenting on everybody with this, and I think it's only ever been used in livestock, the RNA vaccines. So
I've seen on Facebook a couple of people have already gotten it. They're excited about getting it, and I'm excited for them. That they're taking a step to protecting themselves and others. I guess that would be my main question: is if you have the vaccine, could you still be a carrier?
Yes, that's what the CDC's statement is. Even if you get both rounds, you're still supposed to act completely the same, like you never had the vaccine. That's the recommendation currently.
So Vader says, he asks, do you think the COVID vaccine could be used as a testing ground for an AIDS vaccine?
Probably.
See, so that's we always got to like advance, right? We always got to take a step forward. So the question is an RNA vaccine going to be a step forward or a step back for everybody? And I think if it's a step forward, then we can easily find other vaccines that use this as a blueprint moving forward. I think that would be pretty easy if it works out properly.
I can agree with that. I mean, I did do a little bit of like quick Google searching to see what other vaccines were based off of mRNA, which is what the CDC says a COVID vaccine is. I didn't really find any. So, maybe this is a good step in the right direction, for future vaccines, especially if for that new COVID strand that's in Colorado and in the UK that could help out with that too, which it does.
So is the one in Colorado the same as the one in the UK, or is that two different ones we have to worry about now?
Two different mutations.
Two different mutations.
Well, there was already, by the time it got to us, we have the second or third mutation. So they had A that was in Wuhan, B what I think was in the UK, and C was what we had here. And ours was supposed to be the less contagious out of all of them so far.
I didn't know
so
that.
So now are they on D and E and stuff, or what?
I have no clue. All I know is that.
Right. Have they been updating their vaccines to keep up with the mutations?
Well, that's the thing. So when I was listening about the new strain that's in the UK, the current COVID vaccine is still effective for that strain. It's not like a different type. It's just more infectious. So the vaccine is getting, or not the vaccine, the virus is getting smarter and saying okay, well, I need to infect higher, more, which is what all viruses do. The good thing is, from what I heard, was it's still covered under the current vaccine that we have, which I wouldn't want to be Pfizer, to be honest with you. Going back to your point, Keelan, that we don't know what the long term is in terms of cancer or whatever the case may be. Can you and PR nightmare that's going to happen from these companies for being the first to come out with a vaccine? That's a high risk from a business perspective.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, that was the one thing that we were all worrying about too, at what point is trying to push this vaccine out as quickly as possible dangerous? I lost my train of...
You can't please anybody.
Yeah.
It's either we bang it out quickly, get it out to people, but then we still have to make sure that it's safe, which is in this environment, we don't really have time.
Did y'all see the CDC said that they started rephrasing how they count the COVID? So now they have the deaths with COVID complications, and then they also have deaths with COVID. And they started breaking it down better, differently.
I didn't see that.
Now, and then they were saying that only 6% of actual deaths that have happened are because of COVID itself, not because COVID made it hard to breathe, so your asthma kicked in, and your asthma is what did you, but it was just inflamed to the point of doing it because of COVID. So do you count that as a COVID death, or do you count that as an asthma death?
That sounds like complications from COVID, so that should count as a COVID death.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So they started categorizing them now a little better, because
I think that's smart.
That is smart. I know that Texas and Florida were miscounting COVID deaths for a while there, so hopefully they'll get that together.
Yeah, I'm having... You know why? I just realized my mic's not even on.
That's my whole issue.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, you sound so much better.
I was wondering what the hell was going on. Why are you so far away?
It didn't even click to me that it was using my mic off my webcam. That's why my webcam's been freaking out so much.
Oh, I apologize, everyone.
Oh my god, it's been a day. Okay.
It's been a Monday.
I worked really hard all day, right? We just got a new place of business, right? For my day job. We just got a new building. I was over there all day demoing out. I come home. I'm just I'm going to farm some rubber. I'm going to be an electrician in Minecraft. And that went downhill real quick.
I beat you to it, too.
I told you, Peach took all of it.
I didn't take it all. I planted them all, but I kind of beat you to becoming an electrician in Minecraft because I've already getting set up for ME storage.
Well, did you at least see my little assembly line that I built? I'm so proud of it.
I did. That looked really good. I'm proud of you, and I'm impressed. But
so wholesome.
I'll pulverize everything now.
Oh yeah. Vader says that, well, man, you've gone from 1980s to ASMR in 1.2 seconds.
Does this sound better?
You
Should I
gotta,
talk like this the whole time?
you gotta
make you feel-
talk softer. You have to talk. You have to whisper it.
Talk soft. I have to do this.
Yeah, like that. Just do that the whole episode.
ASMR freaks me out. I don't know why.
It freaks me out, but I don't know if it's freaking me out because it is relaxing or that it's not relaxing. Like
I
I'm
don't
used
know.
to like, hey honey, why you're up? Like, is that ASMR or what?
ASMR, that's like the ear thing, right? With sounds and stuff.
Yeah, you turn
we saw the Twitch channel about that.
Yeah, we watched one. Yeah,
you turn your volume way up and you just whisper into your microphone so that everyone else can hear you. I don't get it.
So right before we got into Twitch, we like one day went through the Xbox and we're looking at the Twitch channels and we're just going through looking at it, and we find a channel who has like these large ears set up to do ASMR stuff. It was
like she played with the lobes and like would play with the top of the
That's
ear.
weird.
You like it? Don't lie.
I don't.
You know that's what you do in your office by yourself.
Not at all.
It feels intimate. That's probably why I'm like, oh, like when it comes to ASMR. And people like do things like
when it comes to intimacy and NJ, ew.
That's not true.
Ask Peach, I ran away from him for like the first 6 months that we were dating.
That's also true.
Why would you do that to that beautiful face? Look at Peach. Look at that smile.
Well, I apparently have to be worried because extreme and scary are apparently coming from a man.
They wish.
Scary, if
They're not even
if
here.
you're the one that cut down my rubber farm, I will blow your base up. I found out how to build TNT. We have some gunpowder. I got sand. We'll do this.
Gary's actually streaming.
About that, I kind of used up all the sand to make some silicone.
Oh yeah, no, I hid it from you.
No. Like I'm making silicone in Minecraft right now, all of it.
Autonomous sensory meridian response.
Meridian.
Thank you, Peach.
Welcome.
And yes, it is a modded Minecraft server.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find Peach and Scarlet on it all the time.
Minecraft's my shit.
The Minecraft hole.
It's a time hole.
I'm about
right?
to get booted off the server anyway, so it's cool.
Anyway, so going back to it. So they mistakenly gave them the treatment instead of the vaccine. Are the people who receive this also getting the vaccine after the fact? Or
they did not mention that in the article. But they did mention that it was an accident. And so as soon as they found out they were giving the wrong thing, they stopped completely and started, let me see, what did they say?
Excuse me.
So Major General James Hoyer said that the moment that we were notified of what happened, we acted right away to correct it. And we immediately reviewed and strengthened our protocols to enhance our distribution process to prevent this from happening again.
Okay, so at least they're working on fixing the issue.
Yeah.
So one time at work, we get like the free flu vaccines every year, and this is back when I was still working in the office. But they accidentally gave us the child dosage of the flu vaccine, so we all had to go get stuck again with the adult dose. So I'm pretty sure they're gonna call them back and say, hey, we actually need to give you your vaccine now.
That's a weird question. Has anyone gotten the flu or heard about anything about the flu this year?
Nah, because kids aren't spreading it. They're all wearing their mask.
We finally got rid of them little germ factories.
Kids are better. kids are better about following directions than adults are.
I mean,
Honestly, though, kids are little germ factories, but I'm kind of like worried, like a little bit long term, because I mean, your immune system needs to be built up, right? Like playing outside in the dirt and doing stuff like that, like it helps build your immune system. But I'm a little concerned about, yes, we're being more clean, we're being more hygienic, but what does that mean in terms of illnesses? Like, are they going to be a lot worse in the future? I don't know.
Just have them drink from the hose. It'll be okay. Just have them all drink from the one hose.
Not San
hey,
Antonio.
I still drink from the hose.
Y'all, I grew up in a place where you could drink water straight from the tap. The first time I tried to do that here, everybody was just like, no.
I drink straight from the tap.
I still drink from the tap.
Oh.
It's got fluoride. It's good for you.
No, that's what I filter out.
Wait, fluoride. Sorry.
Fluoride builds up on your, what is it called? So there's the spiritual part of your brain that's right there in the front, and it's like small little V, and fluoride will build up on it and cut off your connection to the spirit realm.
Oh my goodness.
So, moving on to our next topic.
Some homeopathic, like
craziness. Yeah, I read it off.
Yes, it is.
So the good thing about West Virginia is that it was an accident and they're working to correct it. So, props to them.
Yeah, Vader, we can drink from the tap. We're just bougie about it. We have hard water. Our water here is naturally filtered with limestone. So, yeah, we're just hoity-toity.
Limestone.
I didn't know that. My aunt and uncle, too, they told me, they were like, you can't drink from the tap.
You can. It's fine. It's just, it has fluoride and limestone in it. So.
Okay. Moving on.
Well, in Wisconsin, they kind of dealt with a similar kind of fallout, but it's a lot worse. So, how many vaccines were accidentally given, or non-vaccines were accidentally given to these people? It was like around 50?
42. Yeah.
42. Okay. So in Wisconsin, over 500 doses of the Moderna vaccine was purposely left out that needs to be refrigerated by a pharmacist. So this guy who went to school, knows the protocol for medications, purposely left out this vaccine. And that wasn't the first time. There was around 50 vaccines that were given right after Christmas. Also left out the vaccine from the 24th through the 25th. So those vaccines that were administered are either less effective or not effective at all. So that happened. They fired him and then they arrested him, but no motive is being shared about like why he did it. He willingly admit that he did it intentionally, but that's all the information that we've been given, which is just crazy to me.
It's like, why wouldn't you at least state your motive? Like, I think it's great that he is taking ownership of it, and he's not like trying to play it off as something. So we don't have to go into this huge investigation of, did he, didn't he on purpose? But it's just like, why would you hide your motive as well? Because you obviously did it for a reason. What was that reason?
Well,
yeah, I know. I'm just a nosy bitch and I want to know.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, some people feel like they're going to force the vaccine upon everybody. And so rage against the machine.
Yeah. Oh, okay. There's been a development in the story. So they named him. His name's Stephen Brandenburg. He's 46. And authorities are saying that he's an admitted conspiracy theorist. He told investigators that he believed that the COVID vaccine was not safe for people and could harm them and change their DNA.
The guy's a pharmacist.
I mean, he has a lot more education than me, so.
Where's our tinfoil hats?
No words.
We need to create tinfoil hats for this exact moment.
Hey,
I
that's
don't
the
have a
reason I
tinfoil
won't
hat,
take
but I
it.
have a green hat.
Honestly, that's the reason that I don't take it. It's new technology. It pretty much will rewrite your DNA in a way for your body to reject, the spike protein. So I don't know. I'm not comfortable with it myself, so I can understand what he's saying, but he is a little crazy
Valid
to
point.
go waste $500 or 500 doses that the taxpayers paid for. Right? Let's tar and feather this guy.
That's a couple
Tar and
$1,000s, like a couple tens of thousands of dollars of
Tens of $1,000. What the
vaccines.
fuck?
I'm pretty certain. I mean, there's only
There's
two
like
companies that make the
60
If they're selling
vaccine.
us 500 vaccines for $10,000, we're getting raped.
Well,
Because
I think it was like $40 per vaccine is what Pfizer quoted, and I think the Moderna one is a little bit less expensive.
all I know is that the
Would it
Moderna
make us
doesn't have
into
50.
mutants?
So 40
Yes.
dude, what
times
if though?
500.
What if a
So that's
mutant race
$20,000.
becomes and lives in the sewers now?
Mm-mm. This is not Futurama.
Yeah.
I was-
It's really funny that you said that, Ethan, about like how it rewrites your DNA for like the future. I was actually watching it was a psychologist, and she was saying that, sometimes PTSD or trauma can be left imprinted on your genes as well. So there's people who may experience some type of trauma in their life, and then later on down in their genetic line, you may have somebody who deals with like anxiety or PTSD traits that are not directly related to their life, and it actually stems from previous ancestors who had like a fight or flight of instinct, or something happened and it really imprinted on their genes. So if psychologically that can imprint on your genes, something scientific that does impact your genes in terms of like rewriting it, like what does that mean long term? So it's an interesting concept. Be interested to see the.
I guess that goes into believing if you believe in genetic memory, which, I mean, some species like ravens, they have genetic memories.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, is that possible in humans? We know it's possible in other species. So, I mean, if that's the case, then we got to start thinking about ourselves in a lot better way and making sure our kids aren't as fucked up as we are.
Mental health, self-care, it's very important.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we were talking about that in Vader's stream today. And Vader, you're right. You will gain bone claws from the vaccine. You heard it here.
How does Vader talk? I missed his stream earlier. Is it locked out? Does he talk locked out?
No, he talks like a regular Brit.
He said posh twit, so
posh twats.
yeah.
No,
he was trying to get us to pronounce Yorkshire the other day in Peach's stream.
Yorkshire.
And I ended up just sounding like a I just sounded like a Jamaican. I was like, Yorkshire man.
We just ended up sounding like Grim. No, but going back to what I was saying, mental health is very important, just as physical health. It's something that we even talked about in Vader's stream earlier today. So, I mean, yeah.
I'll be interested to see what comes out long term for this one. Well, we shall see. We'll have to wait until more information comes out.
Wait, what show is it? Black Mirror, that they like cipher people's DNA and they can rearrange it?
No, you're thinking of Gattaca.
Okay.
You're thinking about the movie
That's a
Gattaca.
great movie.
Yeah.
That's what they're gonna do now.
Movie.
They're gonna make us immune to diseases, and then we're gonna get God complexes, and
pretty much. If you're not perfect, then you're trash. Is what that movie taught me.
Have you learned nothing from The Boys?
I like to learn my life lessons from movies, not TV shows. Gosh.
Just
Yorkshireman. Yorkshireman.
Yorkshireman. Yorkshireman.
No, you just gotta say everything like, Yorkshireman.
Yorkshireman. No,
I don't know.
I'm sorry, Vader. We're lost causes, but you know what's not a lost cause? New Nintendo leaks. So,
oh my god, yes.
on December 31st, a Twitter handle by the name of PH Brazil, and I'll post a link over in the chat for everyone to see, tweeted Feliz 2021. He's a Brazilian gamer, and I think he also streams, but he posted 5 photos, one for each different game that's currently in the works for Nintendo. Now, the reason why this is so important right now is because PH Brazil has also helped leak other Nintendo secrets. Yorkshireman. Mern.
So, is there any chance that we're gonna get to play Mario Party online?
No, that wasn't a part of the leak.
Then I'm done.
Yeah.
Then I'm done. I don't care. Nintendo, bring me Mario Party online or bring me nothing.
So, before we get off the rails, before we get too excited.
It's not like they're not even trying. Sorry.
Metroid Prime 4 is soft confirmed. The new generation of Pokemon games is soft confirmed.
Boo.
Breath of the Wild 2 is soft confirmed, as well as 2 other games, one involving the Splatoon people, another guy with a sword, you know. I think it might be Fire Emblem, but these are games that currently do not have a release date. What the Twitter handle is inciting is that these are going to be released this year. So, I don't know about you guys. I'm excited about Breath of the Wild too.
You know, we can talk shit about Nintendo all day long, but they are like the most successful company of all time.
They've been around since like 1800s.
But no, like currently with their balance sheet, they could run like a deficit of like $250 million a year for like 50 years and still be in business. No problem. Like they have so much money in the bank. It's unreal.
Well, the Wii and the Wii U were trash and they're still here. So it makes me excited for the next collective of games.
It was funny. I was reading that article. They said that the CEO of Nintendo took a pay cut just because he felt it's what he should do because of the Wii U. He took responsible for the Wii U and took a pay cut.
Yeah. He also took a pay cut during the pandemic so that nobody will lose their job.
And Nintendo's always just been steady and consistent with their stuff. They've had a couple of flops, but they're still consistent.
Good old Mario.
Vader says, without the Wii U, we wouldn't have Switch.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that you opened the doors for them to move forward.
Definitely.
I've always been a huge fan of the Switch since it came out. Like I've had a Switch since it came out. I enjoy my Switch. I just wish that Nintendo would step their game up in the game marketplace now. Like you have the hardware, now it's time to compete with the software.
Well, their hardware is not up to spec. Go ahead, Dylan.
No, because I'm gonna switch it because I don't understand why the PSP hasn't taken off or become more personal, or not personal, but become like bigger, or why they haven't really upgraded it. Why did the PSP die?
Well,
that would be a good competitor for the Switch.
The PSP died because Sony wanted to put all of their money into the PS Vita and the PlayStation 4 or 4 at the time. The PS Vita was kind of like the Switch, but it was smaller, it was a little bit taller, it was wider, definitely in depth, and it had a back touchscreen, but they never utilized it. That's the biggest reason it died. Sony pushed the PS Vita as a companion to the PlayStation 4, as opposed to treating it like its own completely different platform like Nintendo and the Game Boy line. That's kind of where the difference is between what Sony did and what Nintendo did.
So the first generation of PSP, which I have, they did treat like its own system. Like it had some exclusive games, it had movies, like
Monster Hunter was a great fucking game for that thing.
Yeah, well, their issue was everything was still disc. They never moved to more of a digital or like an SD format, which Nintendo did make the Switch, and I think it played in their favor.
Well, they did make the Switch for the PS Vita, but you could lose them super easy. They're no bigger than Nintendo Switch cartridges. And they couldn't hold that much.
I don't think that if they were to come out, like if Sony were to come out to something similar to like the Switch, I don't know if it will sell. Because to me, like a PS5, like a PS5 or Xbox, it's still kind of like I don't know, like something you play on the TV, right? Or on your badass computer monitor. I don't know if it would be as successful as the Switch is now. Do you think that the Switch it has the capacity to have those more adult games like Vader was saying, like for those graphics? They need to come out with a new system though, because some of their games now, like Age of Calamity, like if you play on 2-player mode and you have severe lag. So I think that if there is more games coming, I think Nintendo is going to wait until they have their new Switch come out.
The Switch Pro, which we've all been waiting for.
But even then, it's just I think they're really lacking on their online setup. Like their online store kind of is very basic. Their online gaming is a joke.
Subpar.
Honest. Yeah. And I think if they brought up their online gaming to par with everybody else, or at least got it to where it's functional, and like why can't I go? I can go play the mini games of Mario Party online with people, but I can't play a game. Like you're talking the easiest part of the programming, probably I can't use, but I can use the harder game programming. Like it doesn't make any sense on half of the stuff they do.
I can agree with that. It's an afterthought. The online gaming scene has always been an afterthought for them, and that's honestly where they're failing as opposed to succeeding everywhere else.
In this time, like I want to play Mario Party with you guys so damn bad, and can't. So if we could play Mario Party together, I mean, honestly, like, and truly, if you ask any Nintendo user, that would be like, oh yeah, that sounds amazing. I want that to happen. If we could do Mario Kart in an online capacity, we should be able to do Mario Party and bring back, Mario 3 rules.
20 coin star, bigger maps, options.
So Nintendo, if you're listening, this is my wish list. Adjustable stars in Mario Party so that I can set it. You already have the feature in the game. Just let me control it. A little bit updated on the controls and more like let me adjust the game settings. All the game settings. I want to be able to adjust it. And let me play online. If you gave me those, I probably wouldn't ever buy another game on my Switch.
We're gonna spend it back and forth playing each other, all four of us.
Well, between y'all, like I have a lot of people like I know that I would play against. That I've played against over the years. That hey, now we can do it online. Like we don't all have to be in one room. Let's do this.
Yeah. Also, something to what Vader said, cross-play compatibility between PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo. Come on.
Fortnite they were going to, right?
They were, but then they had to pull it. Especially for the Nintendo Switch, in order to play online, you have to have the Nintendo Switch Online subscription, which is the same thing as Game Pass, right? Like Xbox Gold.
So it's like Xbox Gold, and it's like $5 a month, and it's $5 a month to play Smash Bros. Or Mario Kart online with random strangers and get demolished and everything.
Who told you I got wrecked at Smash? Who told you?
Oh, yeah, we watched that. It was horrible.
Oh.
What was it?
Remember how last week I told you I was playing Smash and I got wrecked?
It was Chip's Discord, right?
It wasn't Chip's Discord. It was one of Chip's friends over in Newfoundland. He was doing the 24-hour stream. I played against Ethan Plays.
Yeah,
I got demolished. Like, out of 3 lives in 5 minutes, I could only get 1 kill out of 3 matches.
I don't know. I can never understand how people memorize the combos. Like,
I have the combos memorized.
I'm a straight up button masher. What does this one do?
Like, I have so much stuff in my brain for like daily life that I can't remember video game combinations. I tried.
I know. I have like a good chunk of my brain siphoned off just for Minecraft recipes.
Maybe that's what we should bully the video game companies to do. Because like Vader said, the console war, it's old. PC versus PS versus Xbox. Who really cares what you play on? We all have our self-preferences, but we all want to play together. So we need to bully the companies. Yes, let's do a Sonic on it. Let's bully them to up their cross-platform.
You know what? Let's just invest in the KFC machine and the McDonald's, the M-Box or whatever they call it.
Let me find out.
And let's get away from Xbox and PlayStation, and then, let's call the shots for a little while. Like, hey, we're gonna go eat our mozzarella sticks off our game engine while we game, and then we'll be back.
The KF console. That's what it's called.
Yeah, did you see the McDonald's
It's just
one?
an air fryer.
I'm pretty sure the McDonald's one is just a fake one, but it still looks pretty cool.
With a console. So what video game companies are they teaming up with? Like, what games would be able to play on it? I guess is my question.
I think the KF console is actually a computer instead of a gaming console, because this is made by Cooler Master and it has computer components in it. So I think it's a gaming PC.
Nice.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's just set for gaming.
So I could like put it right here and then just pull my tenders out.
Yeah, just
Bye, kids.
Put that back in. It's got a built-in warmer. That's where the heat comes out of from my computer.
Speaking of Spy Kids, Peach and I watched the new Spy Kids movie that's on Netflix right now. It's trash.
It was meh.
I always wanted
I
to
was
watch.
like it.
Did he?
Wow. Do we need to have a talk with him about his taste in movies?
Yeah, the originals.
Wait. I mean, we can't judge Alan on his not seeing every popular movie that's ever existed. Have you ever watched Labyrinth yet?
Yes.
How's the Goonies coming along?
Yeah. Hey,
I got to the Trouble Shuffle. I know what that is.
Instead of bullying game systems, let's bully Alan into watching the Goonies.
We're gonna watch it right now.
Have another community game night.
That's it. Alan's gonna host and set up a community movie night, and we're gonna watch the Goonies with Alan's commentary.
I'm gonna play Minecraft the whole time. No, I'm down for that. That sounds like a fun idea.
So has y'all son seen the original Spy Kids movies?
He has.
So I have to correct myself. It wasn't Spy Kids. It was Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Thank you, Peter.
Wait, so they try to place, what is it? Taylor Channing or whatever his name is? Taylor Lochner?
Taylor
that guy. Yeah.
Jacob.
Yeah, it's like their parents now. So like Pedro Pascal plays Shark Boy. No, not Shark Boy.
He plays another hero. No, he didn't play Shark Boy. He played another hero.
You're right.
Pedro Pascal. He was in Wonder Woman.
Is he in everything now? Is he that new guy?
He's that new guy.
I'm at it.
Is he working cheap or something? I think I'm Neil. It's cool.
Oh, guys. Vader said he's also the Mando.
What?
Okay. Yeah, can we ban Vader from the stream? Right there, that's banned territory.
No, it's not. I didn't know he was a man. I'm just kidding. I can't play with this.
We've talked about the Mandalorian so much on here. We're just like, we're experts.
Mm-hmm.
Do we need to
What's
talk
coming
about
out
his
next on-
lineage?
His lineage? Din Djarin's lineage.
Did I read it where it said that we might not get a new season of Mando till 22?
Yeah, they're gonna do the Book of Boba, and then after that, so like the Book of Boba will be like from November to the end of December, and where Mandalorian is now, and then Mandalorian would play right after it, and so like January.
I'm okay with it.
Oh,
Keep it coming.
so we are gonna keep seeing Din Djarin?
Yeah, no,
Yes.
like
Okay,
they already
okay.
announced that Boba, the Book of Boba is its own totally entity.
Okay, that's gonna be really cool. Especially like seeing a season 3 and then Book of Boba, because I feel like LucasArts, whatever they're now, they never really explored into the Fett lineage, and that always peeved me because Boba Fett is a badass fucking character, especially in the extended universe.
Yeah, well, it was this week they finally said that, yeah, maybe Kathleen Kennedy didn't handle Star Wars the best.
Fuck Kathleen Kennedy.
Fuck Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, like, right. For years, everyone's like, fuck this bitch.
Yeah.
And now they're just like, well, maybe she just didn't do it right. But Jon Favreau he's taking care of it.
I'm okay with that. If Jon Favreau becomes an executive producer for Disney for anything Star Wars related, I'm fine with that. I trust Jon Favreau.
That's what everyone's like
touches.
petitioning for him to take Kathleen Kennedy's job.
Fuck Kathleen Kennedy. Sorry, force a habit.
It's just he's done such a great job with everything he's touched. Decides to put out a Christmas movie. It's fucking Elf.
Mm-hmm.
Decides to restart the Marvel universe. We get the Iron Man and then the Marvel, everything afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And now with Mandalorian, he's just a really great visionary and makes sure that it's done justice, it's done right, and it's something that people will actually enjoy.
They've been playing with Marvel was playing with the TV movie like universe together.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Star Wars is gonna handle that a lot better. I think Star Wars would work out so much better as the way the MCU worked out if they structured Marvel or Star Wars around that a little better. I think it would function properly.
So kind of like a DC. No, that is Marvel. They have the TV show.
Yeah. So DC, they kept their TV shows and movies separate. They're different actors, everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then like Marvel's, like you can see certain Marvel, like Kobe Smulders, who's in the movies, she'll appear on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and stuff like that. So if they did that, like they did, so, you have the Mando going around, saving the universe, and then bam, Luke shows up for one episode and then leaves. Like, I think that would work so much better in Star Wars than it did any other universe.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So kind of like their Marvel series that they had come out with, like Jessica Jones and Luke Cage, how they kind of like guest premiered on each of the series.
Yeah. I totally think it would work out for Star Wars just because there's so many people craving to know stories. Like, we could all probably go on a rant about lore, like a specific character we like that we want to see more of. And I think it'd be really easy to do with a Disney or Star Wars.
I can agree with that.
So do y'all think, see, you got us on Star Wars, so fucking
I don't
that train right.
I even made a custom Star Wars shop talk topic header.
Because I was gonna ask, do y'all think they're gonna erase the new trilogy?
I think so. It's just
maybe
every sign points that way.
I'm okay with it.
Because the only way it'll end if they do keep it all together is either Grogu dies at Luke's school, or he leaves before that for some reason.
I hope he left before that.
Like, what would you do if they showed Luke going to visit Grogu sitting on the throne of Mandalore?
That'll be pretty cool. All right, there. I made a custom thing for us right there.
I don't know. I was so like,
Nice.
I so wanted him to stay with the Mandalorian and like become a Mandalorian. I wanted Grogu to be a foundling.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty badass.
Or maybe he does go
before
to
Anakin.
God damn.
Not a youngling, a foundling. Come on.
Right. He's already survived Anakin.
Pretty
Now
much.
he has to survive Ben. So maybe he does go and learn, gets a little bit of training, gets a little bit more discipline, and then goes to be with the Mandalore for some reason.
Again, Ben Solo, when he's just like a spoiled little brat, I think Grogu could fucking wipe the floor with him.
Absolutely. Just toss him away.
And then, yeah, there's that. If he did get away, they would have to find out figure out a reason why he didn't go and confront Ben or, show up at all in the new trilogy.
What if Luke's like, he has too much darkness in his heart and brings Grogu back and leaves him? Or what if Grogu's asleep and Luke just lights a lightsaber above him?
Damn. That'd be kind of wild.
You're so rude. No, I really love the meme that does show an older Grogu and he's teaching his Padawan, youngling, foundling, whatever. And it's like, you do need training, you do need plan, but this is the way. I don't know. It was in the Star Wars.
Yeah, I have it saved. I'll send it to you. But no, straight up, Vader, I'll ask your opinion. What did you think about Grogu not receiving the little ball? Like when he left, he didn't have it.
Oh, I didn't know he didn't have it.
Oh.
Now I'm sad. Thanks, Ethan.
Now I'm sad. I'm going home.
I found it.
We got memes for days, everybody.
I don't know why you haven't posted that.
Oh. When your dad's taking you back to school from your doctor's appointment.
Be ready, guys.
I don't know. I was just thinking about that. Who are we ready?
Vader says, I honestly thought Mondo was going to hold his hand out and before the lift shut, Grogu would force it to himself.
Exactly, right? That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. I wanted that like heartbreaking moment. And no, he's just like, bye, Dad. Peace. I got this new guy to carry me around. So what if something happens to Grogu? Do you think Mando is gonna hunt Luke down if that happens?
Absolutely. He'll absolutely hunt him down. I'd hunt him down.
I know, Snicker. It's like a every episode discussion, but honestly, I really do think that it should be like a permanent discussion point in the Naked Pod, especially with all those awesome series coming out soon.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, like, wait.
I found it.
Don't forget this.
Oh, I replied to you and just like this. Oh, yeah, real quick. Oh, wait, no. What was it? Oh, I misspelled it.
Uh-oh.
There you go.
She misspelled it.
There it is.
I dropped it in the meme vault.
Nice. All right, guys. Let's find someone to raid before we end the stream.
Choo-choo.
Let's see.
Who we gonna run a train on tonight?
That's what I was gonna try and figure out. There's C2, Cage-matic, who's always posting in Discord when he goes live.
Yeah, there's Cage-matic or Prez of the Castle.
Prez.
Prez is a good one.
Did Scary stop streaming?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, he's still up.
Is he?
I see.
Show more.
Yeah, he has one person.
Let's go show him some love. He's playing Daisy. Are you guys down for that? Rating Scary NAFTA?
Sure.
Wait.
Let's do it.
Executive producer Ethan, you have final say, sir.
Let's raid Scary because I'm gonna talk some shit to him.
Oh shit!
Right. January 15th, we are having the You Heard Book Club. We are reading Sharp Objects, which is also a TV series on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
Norma, I know you say the show does it justice, but we have some things to talk about.
Yeah.
Watching the show.
Hold on. Has Peach finished it yet? No.
Yeah. We haven't finished it.
I'll binge it though.
You better. You don't really have a choice at this point.
2 weeks?
If I we're like there...
episode 5, I think. So we're pretty close to the end.
Oh, y'all got this.
If I can binge The Office in 2 weeks, I can do this one in one.
I found. Oh no, that's the wrong one.
Hey Chip. Also, before I forget.
Hey Chip.
We won't have a Circle of Jerks episode this week. We are taking it off. But we're coming back on the 13th with Norkla. He is a Filipino streamer, and he is fucking hilarious. Guy's a friend of the streamer. Guy's a friend of the stream and of the project. Every single time I'm in there, he's always shouting us out. He's always shouting out the Official Millennials Twitch channel. He's also always telling me, hey, Peach, drop your YouTube link so we can check it out. So, super nice guy.
Aw, thank you, Chip. Y'all, Chip is such a sweetheart. I love her.
She's a powerhouse.
Oh, yeah, Chip.
She's a treasure.
I got some words for NJ, okay?
Oh.
She's the show does the book justice. I'm like, that ending in the show sucked, okay? I don't care. I'm so pissed off about it.
I'm turning down my headphones because I don't want any spoilers.
In 2 weeks.
Vader did ask us if we are going to jump into a voice channel so we can hear his voice. So after we raid Scary, do you guys want to hop into the community game night channel so we can hear Vader say Yorkshireman?
Yeah. Yorkshireman. I know that one is completely wrong. Who's streaming this week? I know I'm streaming on Friday.
I am. I'm streaming. So is Keelan on Thursday? Yeah.
Nice.
What are you going to be streaming this
Friday,
week?
Alan?
What's that?
You're streaming on Friday?
Yes.
Okay. I'll put it in the calendar.
Okay.
I can't find that one meme. I'm upset. I have this one of like Din setting up Grogu in his own little Mandalorian outfit, and he's like, "I'm so proud. You're so cute."
Hey Chip, it's not just me on it's not just NJ on Thursday. Puzzle streaming Thursday too.
I will be back with some Final Fantasy with Catalyst. We're super excited about that. And what are you doing on Thursday, NJ?
I'm debating if I want to finish my floor 9 of Luigi's Mansion 3 or play some Hyrule Warriors because I haven't gone back to that in a little bit. So we shall see. I'll put it on the Twitter poll.
Twitter poll.
I am considering switching it up a little bit and doing a little bit of cleanup work in Minecraft, but I really have been enjoying my replay of Breath of the Wild on Master Mode. As a matter of fact, in last night's stream, I let chat decide which Divine Beast I should tackle next, and we're going to Vaughn Meadow. And we're like halfway there.
We're halfway there.
Oh.
Chip, I've started doing Minecraft and I've literally been sucked into the vacuum.
And Chip, mods aren't scary, but guys, we got 5 seconds. Thank you for coming tonight. You guys have a great
you know
rest
what
of your
is scary? Scary NAFTA.
Good timing.
This is an official Millennials production.